5-49, and this time we're going to do B. And you'll notice that the variable in this case is an A, and I've rewritten the equation down here. So this one, quite frankly, it was a little difficult for me to find a number that all three of these divided into. You'll notice actually all of these are prime numbers. So what I ended up having to do was just multiplying all three of these numbers together. And if you do that, 3 times 7 is 21. And 21 times 5, that's equal to 105. All right, so that's the number we're going to multiply this whole thing by. So I'm going to put parentheses around it, and then put 105 over 1 so that we make sure that we multiply these fractions correctly. Okay, so one thing you'll have to be careful of is when you're multiplying a whole equation by a number, you have to make sure you multiply every single term. Okay, otherwise it doesn't work. So we're going to do that right now. So we are going to start out with this one. So 105 times A plus 4 over 3, because 1 times 3 is just 3, minus 105 times A, and that's going to be over 7. 7 times 1 is just 7. And then there's our equal sign. And 105 times A plus 7. And this is going to be over 5. 1 times 5 is 5. Okay, so now we could multiply these things, because you'll notice we've got some parentheses there, but I think what we're going to do is just cancel and get rid of these fractions first before we do anything else. Okay, maybe that will simplify this a lot more. Okay, 3 goes into 3 once, and we know 3 goes into 105 35 times. And 7 goes into 7 once, and 7 goes into 105. Well, whatever is going to be left, that 3 times 5 is 15, so 7 will go in there 15 times. And 5 goes into 5 once, and 5 goes into 105 21 times. Okay. So now we've canceled out all the fractions, so let's rewrite this and see what we have. We've got 35 times A plus 4 is subtracting 15A, and that is equal to 21 times A plus 7. Okay. So now we can go ahead and apply the distributive property here to resolve these parentheses. 35 times A is 35A plus 35 times 4. 2 times 35 is 70, and 70 plus 70 is 140. All right, minus 15A, that just stays the same. Okay, 21 times A is 21A, plus 7 times 21, that's going to be 20 times 7 is 140, and then 1 times 7, 147. There. Okay, so now we have resolved the parentheses, and we can go ahead and just simplify this. So first we're going to combine like terms on this side. There's a 35A and a negative 15A. So if I add these two together, it will be 20A, and we still have the 140, so plus 140 is equal to 21A plus 147. All right, so I think I'm going to zero out this 20A so we can just have the A's on one side. So minus 20a from both sides. This zeroes out. There's only 140 here. And on this side, we only have 1a left, or just plain a, plus 147. All right, so now we need to isolate the a. So I'll zero out 147 on this side and subtract it from this side too. And on this side, we've zeroed out, and so we just have a. And on this side, we will have a negative 7 left. So a is equal to negative 7.